Hello everybody, welcome back to F1 Manager 24, and we are heading into Spain, which should be interesting. But before we get into that, we have car news, branding news, because I downloaded a real sponsors mod is what I was trying to say there. So our car looks like this. Ooh, yeah. It always looks better when it's got real sponsors on it. So we would say main sponsors are sort of Crypto and Cisco. I did want to put a sponsor like in the main part of the car, but I decided against it. But yeah, we're going to have data from Cisco, our programming from Microsoft, T-Mobile is our sort of phone sponsor, Honeywell for a bit of our engineering, Bang, don't know what they do, but I quite like their logo, we'll see why in a minute. Rockstar Energy Drink at the front, Crypto on there again as well. HSBC is a minor sponsor as well, but yeah, I quite like Bang on the rear wing here, which is pretty cool, and then Honeywell across the back. I think it looks pretty good, and Hilton is our hotel partner of choice. I think it looks pretty... Oh, and Saudi Aramco, because Saudi Aramco would give us loads of money because they're from Saudi Arabia, so yeah, it all sort of makes sense, but I do quite like the look of it. And then we've just moved our logo up to the fin up here, which I think is pretty cool. I like how it's looking, and obviously with that came our driver suits as well. They've all had a bit of a reshuffle in terms of sponsors and what's on there as well, so all the main sponsors match up, which I think is pretty nice. Obviously that has nothing to do with how fast our car actually goes, but we are now the third fastest car for top speed and DRS effectiveness. Cornering is getting better for car number 1, 9th, and 7th. Dirt, yeah, tolerance isn't amazing, but we have a great bit of engine cooling on the car, which is very, very nice. Number 1 in terms of car 2 as well, because of the side pods, I think, making a huge difference for that one. In terms of the cars, everything is okay, but front wing is basically going to full fail soon. We are making our second front wing, I think, now or not now. We're not doing it now, but we do have a bit of money, so we are going to make a front wing. We are going to make some front wings. Oh, we can do 2 of them as well for 6 days time, so that would get them on each car, which would be ready for Austria, which would make a big difference. It gives us huge bump in terms of our ranking on the grid, in terms of the overall rank and what we can do. So I think we are going to spend all of our money, risky, because I keep saying we can't spend money and then spending money, but we do need to get that front wing on the car. I think that is pretty crucial, to be honest. Filip Drugovich, 13th in the driver rankings. Oliver Behrman, 14th in the driver rankings. We are still below our target, but we do have 7 points on the board, 13 off RB where we need to be. So I think, again, going back to money, if we avoid going into huge amounts of debt, we're going to be in an okay position. I have read some of your comments. I'm recording these in advance, so I'm going on holiday, saying, you know, get rid of the affiliates. Yeah, I can't. I think I touched on this before, but I can't get rid of the affiliates because it costs too much to get rid of this guy. It costs 3 million to get rid of him, and whilst that would save us 368,000 a month, I mean, does it make sense to go into debt, lose board confidence to bin him off? It probably does. It probably does, but I'm not going to do it. What we need to do is get to the halfway. In last year's game, you got to the... I mean, what's her monthly? His monthly, sorry, is 249. So, like, it's stupid that his cost of terminating his salary is more than his whole salary, his yearly salary. Who gave him a 3-year contract? What sort of idiot did that? Is it, if you did this and went a 1 season, yeah, I want it to last 1 season. I want it to be a lot short. Well, I want it to be 1 season. I want it to be a 1 season contract, and I want you to take a pay cut because you're not very good, right? But we won't have a. If someone wants to take you, they can take you. We'll not give you a boat. We're basically going to say, why am I buying out his... Oh my God, I've got to pay out his contract to give him a 1-year contract. No, bin it off. Bin it off. Not happening. We'll deal with them when we get a bit of money. If we get to like the halfway stage, which we're not far away from, because we are currently in Barcelona and the halfway stage is Silverstone. When you get around here somewhere, if you're doing okay, the board give you some money. So if we can sneak some more points, we'll get some more money, and we're going to deal with binning off the affiliates in the second half of the season. I'm already succumbing to the understanding that we're probably not going to be able to research the car much for next year. It's all going to have to focus on this year, and I think all of our money is going to go on manufacturing car parts so that we can just keep this car going around the track. But anyway, let's get into the Grand Prix. Nope, we've got to do a sponsor plan. So have we got to do a sponsor plan? I think we've got to do a sponsor plan. Nope, we are going into the race targets. So I think we're going to go for middle of the road. We've been going for 14th, but I think we're going to go and challenge them a little bit harder. 12th and 13th in this session. I'll do practice. We'll be back for qualifying. Okay then, practice done. Into qualifying we go. Clear skies for qualifying and a bit cloudy for the race, but that's no issue whatsoever. 86% set up for Drugovic and 95% set up for Bearman. So some good work done in practice. Let's get into qualifying and see how we get on. I'm expecting us to get into Q2, maybe edge into Q3. We'll have to wait and see as, well, one of the Ferraris goes out very quickly. Charles Leclerc is out there. You thought they might send Carlos Sainz in his home Grand Prix, but no. Obviously, Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso at their home Grand Prix today, as Ricciardo and Sargent are going as. I want to go as far away from Sargent as possible because he is dreadful in this game. Okay, our first lap's done. We're 4th and 7th, but we're probably going to fall down that order a little bit more. We are going to go and do a second lap. We're just going to wait for a bit of a gap and for the timing to be right. So I imagine a lot of people are going to come in pretty soon. So I think we're going to go out here and we're going to get our laps done a little bit earlier. So we'll send Bearman out there, get Drugovic in there, and then when Bearman starts his quick lap, Drugovic just letting a few people go. Bearman coming around to start his lap. Let's go into Helicam at 2x speed and just follow him around the Circuit de Catalunya at Barcelona. That's not Ollie Bearman, is it? That's Ollie Bearman there. And then we'll keep an eye on this to see how he's going. He should improve this time. He's got a free air track in front of him. And hopefully Sector 1 is green, which it is. We'll just keep an eye on Drugovic as well, who may hit a little bit of traffic in Sector 1, Drugovic. But he should be okay, to be honest, as he sits a green Sector 1 as well. Bearman now into the first DRS zone, or technically the second DRS zone. I guess the first one is the start-finish straight, but it's a yellow Sector 2 for Ollie Bearman, which isn't great. And now he's going to come into the final sector and over the start-finish line. It's a yellow Sector 2. It is slightly up on his time, and Drugovic now going into the final little section as well. He is going to hit some traffic here, I think, or he might have got a nice little toe round that corner. I don't think Drugovic improves. That's strange to see Ollie Bearman that far behind Drugovic, but I think we're into Q2. And we are into Q2, 6th and 12th, so quite a big difference in our driver's speed there. I'm going to suggest might be a different in engine wear or something like that between the two drivers. We can have a quick little look here. 47% on the engine for Filip Drugovic and 44 and 35. Okay, so that's probably what is causing the issues. I did check before to make sure I didn't need to change them, but the guys can, I mean, Bearman can definitely go quicker. I don't know if they've got, so he's got 312232, 312232, and he's got one, oh, he's got the old chassis. He's got the old chassis. That'll be the big difference. That will be the big difference then, yeah. Ollie Bearman having to run the old chassis. So not expecting Bearman to get into the top. I'm not expecting to get out of Q2 at all, Ollie Bearman, to be honest. So we've set our banker laps on our used tyres. We'll go back out on some fresh tyres. Drugovic has got a good chance of getting into Q3. Ollie Bearman, as I said, probably will not get out of Q2 in this one. It's a very empty track right now. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it out now. Drugovic and Bearman. We're going to try and give Ollie Bearman a bit of a toe here, but I think he's gone a little bit too late and we have had to let Sainz go. So Drugovic will come through. Bearman will overtake Sainz there. Drugovic does improve. Bearman, I think, did improve slightly, but it's not enough. He is going to be out in Q2. Hopefully he holds on to that 11th place spot though. We'll just see the times come in and yep, Ricciardo doesn't beat him. Albon and Bottas. Oh, Bottas does beat him. So it's going to be a 12th place start for Ollie Bearman. But Filip Drugovic into Q3, 7th place as well. Now our main priority is, I'm going to do one lap and one lap only with Filip Drugovic with this. Our main priority in this race is just don't crash. We can't afford to have written off car parts, engines, gearboxes or anything like that. We just need to keep the car on the track and finish the race. That's the most important thing. Okay, this is what we're doing. We're going to try and go out now and have a completely clean track. Like, no one around us. Hopefully get this done. Drugovic just coming round. Oh, we're going to hit Alonso and Verstappen. Beat Norris. There we go. Okay, if we catch them in a good part of the track, that's okay. That's not too much of a problem, but he hit traffic with Verstappen and he's going to be starting 10th because sometimes the strategy doesn't work. But I'm not fussed. It's 10th and 12th. Not bad. So into the race then, I'll start with strategies. That's an odd strategy, but we're going to do it by looking at time, at what actually says is the quickest strategy. See if we can find something a little bit quicker. So I'll sort all this out, and then we will be back to go through what we've done. Okay, we're our pit stop crew in for a busy old time. This is what we found as the ultimate strategies by going through it. So a 2-stopper for Drugovic, a 3-stopper for Bearman, which I don't mind. He's getting a lot of soft runs that are a bit light on the push, which the soft tyre on a light push isn't too bad this year. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what comes of this. Yeah. It's strange. It's very odd, but I'm excited by it. I'm excited by it. Let's get into it. We've underfueled the car by a lap. It's the Spanish Grand Prix.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. A lot of people will be keen to see just how ZHOU will fare today.
I think they could have been higher up than 20th, but let's see if they can move forward from here.
Here we go then, the home of Alonso and Sainz. It's the Spanish Grand Prix, and we are underway. And I know you can do this before the race, but the problem is, doing this before the race, we're going to leave those actually, because I think both people need to drop. The problem with doing this before the race is that it used to reset your strategy. I wonder if they fixed that bug. Anyway, we are away. And there's both our drivers, both losing a place to Daniel Ricciardo. Oliver Bearman dropping down as well. Brilliant. What a start. Obviously, we're going into turn 1, though, so we probably can, if we've got the inside, get a few people back, potentially. It's more just about getting through and not hurting anyone. As Drugovic has dropped to 13th. Bearman's dropped all the way down to 15th. What is going on here? Come on, boys. We're not in a terribly slow car. We've got enough about us to get this done, to be honest, as Drugovic goes around the corner. Points. I want points today. I want points. It's been, you know, we need points. We need points. We need points. They mean prizes. Prizes mean money. Money makes us smile. And smiling is what the aim of playing computer games is about, isn't it? It's about enjoyment. And I get enjoyment through winning. So let's go and win. Win some. We're not going to win the race. Let's go and win some points in Spain. At the moment, it's a pretty dreadful start. I'm not going to lie. Let's have a look at Ollie Bearman. I mean, Ollie Bearman is going to potentially get Tsunoda here, being on the inside. Yes, he is. There we go. Ollie Bearman rocking the old chassis today, so carrying a bit of extra weight, which is the car, not him. I'm not fat shaming Oliver Bearman. But yeah, lap 1 down. We are not where I would like to be. Okay, Filip Drugovic has overtaken Bottas. He got done by 2 people using DRS, one on the inside, one around the outside, and that was Drugovic going around the outside with our new sponsors on the car, which do look good, don't they? They do make it look better. Well done, Filip. Not well done, Filip. He's just spun. He's just spun. He's down in 19th. What an arse. What an idiot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm putting so much faith in these drivers. Oh, my word. Okay, he's not damaged any of his car parts. He got going pretty quickly. Low, rarely. I didn't want to do this. But low, rarely. Don't have any chance of damaging the car. Just get to the end. I don't want to buy new components. Drugovic, why? Why, Filip? Okay, so luckily Drugovic is in a pretty quick car compared to all the back markers. So he's got up pretty quickly. He's overtaken Sargent Gasly and Bottas, and we're just about to see him overtake Esteban Ocon as well, round the outside into the area where he had his spin just here before, but this time he doesn't, and he gets that done. And he's catching Hülkenberg, who also has a mechanical failure. Bearman struggling to keep up with Yuki Tsunoda in front of him, which is an annoyance. And if this is how I knew the race was going to go, I definitely would have given Bearman the better chassis. But what we're doing is we're giving the better car parts to whoever's higher in the driver rankings. And at the moment, it is Filip Drugovic. What I think I'm going to do, though, is give the better components to whoever has the highest rating. And I think that's Ollie Bearman, but I'm not too sure, as Drugovic is now in DRS of Nico Hülkenberg. So that should be a move that he gets done relatively easily. As you can see, Microsoft there, our sponsor. As, what view should we go for here to see this move get done? Let's go driver cam. Why not? Let's go driver cam. As yeah, Drugovic coming round, having a go at Nico Hülkenberg. This will get him back up to 15th, which is decent. It's just annoying that he's had that spin to ruin his race. I think he's going to get back at his teammate here, and we're running different strategies than what I think the AI is going to do completely. So I'm intrigued to see how this goes. I'm not against having a safety car at some point. We've got more soft tyres than everybody else. He's going up the inside. Is he going to stick a nose in? Yes, he is. Is he going to get the move done? We're not sure. Don't spin, don't spin, don't spin. I don't think I could handle a spin in this view. We're still looking around the outside of Nico Hülkenberg, but we had to just cede the position. But we should get it done on the start-finish straight, to be honest, because we should have a lot more pace than Nico Hülkenberg in this car and with DRS. So he should pull out, fakes to the right, goes to the left, and gets the move done. Well done, Filip Drugovich. So Ollie Bearman into the pits for his first stop, along with Tsunoda, Russell, Hülkenberg and Ocon. Drugovich goes up to 12th with all the pit stops happening at the moment. So Ollie Bearman comes in. You can just see Tsunoda pulling out in front of him there. Good stop here, please, boys. It is a decent stop. 2.8, not bad at all. But yeah, out in 16th. He knows the strategy, so he's just got to make those tyres last. It does seem like the tyre wear is proving to be a bit of an issue here in Spain. And I forgot to put Drugovich's tyres on light, so we're going to have to just adapt his strategy on the fly with Drugovich. I've ballsed that up. Okay, we're doing something very different. We're doing something very, very different now with Drugovich. We are basically going to sort of match Ollie Bearman's strategy, because he's got the tyres to do it. So we'll go with that. So he's going to box in. We do have to keep an eye on fuel for both drivers as well later on in the race. But we need a difference here. So Drugovich is going to come into pit, and yeah, let's just see. Let's see. It's a bit of an unknown, isn't it? It's a bit of an unknown. So Philippe is in for his stop. He's on 2 times speed accidentally. Decent stop, 2.6. A good stop actually. And Albon's had an issue as well. So Bearman goes past his teammate, and yeah, we'll be tracking as the camera doesn't know what to do there. It was like in and out, in and out. But yeah, okay, Albon's had an issue, which is going to give us a bit more of a breathing space between us. And now, yeah, we're pretty much on the same strategies. I just think it's hards when Bearman goes on to his mediums. I think that is the only difference we need to do. So, fingers crossed. Let's see if this works. We are quite far behind the points, because Bottas is 11 seconds behind the points, and we are 5:13. I mean, yeah, let's see. I don't know what... Okay, Bottas hasn't pitted yet, so that's okay. Ricciardo hasn't pitted either. Stroll hasn't pitted. Norris pitted. Gasly's had a mechanical fault. And I was like, we're getting overtaken. No, we're not. That's Valtteri Bottas. We're completely on our own, having a little Sunday drive. Let's see how this goes. Just bring the car home safely, boys. Bring the car home safely. Hopefully in at least 10th place. Okay, there's quite a few mechanical faults happening. Hülkenberg's got a mechanical fault as well. Neither of them retiring the car yet. Bearman is about 3 seconds behind George Russell. The field's getting quite spread out at the moment. Drugovich 4 seconds off Daniel Ricciardo, who pitted and came out just in front of him, but has a good gap to Albon behind. So we're doing all right. We've got tyres in operating range. The fuel is coming down naturally. We're managing the battery as best we can, although Bearman has just run out as he comes round into the start-finish straight around the final 2 corners now, getting rid of the chicane that was there. But yeah, it's going to be all-around strategy, and as you can see, strategies are all over the place. Perez is out in front on 36% worn hard tyres, so I'm not too sure how this race might end. We may get a safety car if Hülkenberg or Gasly's cars blow up. I mean, he's under pressure there from Bottas, and Gasly is just being lapped by multiple people, actually holding up Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen there, Pierre Gasly, so they're going to be moaning about that on the radio, not once but twice holding them up. Pierre Gasly being a nuisance out on track to the leaders there. But yeah, 24 laps gone. Perez does finally pit, so he's going to drop all the way down to potentially 8th, I think. I think all these people are basically going to get past him, right? He's coming out. He's only just getting his tyres changed. I think Sainz is going to get him. Yep, Sainz will get him. Hamilton might not, because he is now on his way on fresh soft. So, oh, there's a yellow flag. We've got Magnussen has gone wide of the yellow flag, caused himself probably a bit of underfloor damage. Not a good day for the Haas team with a mechanical failure and Kevin Magnussen dropping to the back. But we're still 12th and 14th. What did I say the payout was for the bonus? Was it 12th and 13th? Not sure. But it's not too bad at the moment. Ollie Behrman into the pits for his second stop, then going on to the medium tyre here, which means we're going to push Drugovic for a couple of laps going to a bit. In fact, let's go aggressive, see if he can get his lap times down, and we'll bring him in as soon as that gets to close to 30. But yeah, Ollie Behrman into the pits, Drugovic chasing Daniel Ricciardo. This is where the strategies are all just going to be completely different. As it goes on, all 4 tyres on, 2.4, good stop, better than his first one. That could be quite high up in the DHL pit stop timings, actually, which would be good, because that gets us money at the end of the season as well. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So Drugovic is pushing slightly. We will get him in. And Behrman comes out in P14, so he's actually pitted and only lost 2 places. Okay, that's not too bad at all. Drugovic coming in for his next stop. He's going to go onto the hard tyres, and then he'll run them to about lap 50, maybe a little bit more. We're sort of matching Ollie Behrman's strategy. Behrman in 14th, but making up so much time on the drivers in front of him on those fresh tyres. He is doing a very, very good job. You can see everybody sort of being lapped. Drugovic has not yet been lapped, but oh, we've had a poor stop. Unlucky, Philippe. I mean, you did spin the car earlier, so I'm not going to have too much sympathy for you. But he gets passed by Albon and his teammate, but we're going to have much fresher tyres here than Alex Albon, so not too concerned. We should catch up those drivers in front of us pretty quickly, to be honest. So Ollie Behrman having a look at Yuki Tsunoda in front of him, who's 21 seconds off his teammate. And yeah, he's having a good old go of it. We've got a bit of battery charged if we need to, but I'm pretty sure Ollie Behrman should be in a position to get this done without utilising too much battery, so that when we overtake Tsunoda we can use the battery to try and get away from him. But he's going to stay hopefully within range getting into the next DRS zone. Let's flick through the cameras again. We'll go for this one at the moment. And yeah, the guys have done really well bringing the temperature back in to line. Hopefully we might have to just get a little bit of battery here. I don't think we're going to have DRS. We might not get DRS. I think Yuki got out of DRS range from us there. Yeah, he did, because this should be a DRS straight. That's irritating. Right, now you are going to have to deploy the battery so that you can get back in that DRS, hopefully for the start-finish straight. Come on, Ollie, you can do it. No, he's pulling away. He's actually getting further away from us. 1.567. Now we'll put the battery down there. Come around this corner. We're not going to have DRS, so I think that is Yuki Tsunoda pulling away from Ollie Behrman, who sits in 13th. Could really do with seeing some mechanical fault signs up this end of the table, to be honest. We're so close. We are so close to the RB that I think we're going to be battling with them the whole season. We just need maybe one more car part development to make sure we take that leap, but we just don't have the money. We've had cars crashed. One of them's Drugovic, and do you know what it was? He was lapping ZHOU. He was lapping ZHOU. And Guan Yu ZHOU has clipped his front. ZHOU's lost damage. His front wing's hurt. I think Drugovic has got minor front wing damage as well. Something's wrong with the car. He's got minor front wing damage. I think he stays out. I'm not going to make the changes now. He's going to stay out, but bloody ZHOU. He was lapping ZHOU. He was lapping him. Fucking ZHOU. And we got a time penalty for it. Are you... What? I'm lapping ZHOU and he's hit me. Game, come on, sort your life out. And it's two... So we've only got like soft tyres left. So it's not like I can pit and do anything. We've just got to see these hard tyres out until we get there. Bloody hell. Oh, Drugovic, just give up, mate. Just give up. Just give up. He's locked up. Turn 4.
Here's the replay. Now we're just turn 4. The car fails to respond.
Oh, God. Right, we're bringing Drugovic into pit because he's had a shocker, so he's just going to go and sit on the softs and see what he can do with them. But, yeah, he's going to sit there. He's going to have his 5-second time. He's trying to re-lap whichever Haas that is, and he's causing himself issues. He's causing himself issues by trying to do it, but he's in the pits. We're going to ignore Drugovic for the rest of this race. He's on his own. We're focusing on Behrman, who is one place outside the points and on the back of George Russell, although we do have to do another pit stop with him as well. I think George might be on, yeah, relatively fresh hard. So, yeah, Behrman's going to potentially struggle a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. Ollie Bearman has got the worst car out of the two and he's racing better. Ollie Bearman is remaining my favourite in this pairing. And Drugovic can suck an egg. So Ollie Bearman is now in for his final pit stop. And I'm just all the positivity at the start of this video is just gone. It's just gone. It's just gone. Like, Bearman will be able to make up places on these tyres, but it's dependent on having a good stop. And oh my god, he actually had a good stop. 2.553 seconds. Very nice. Again, another one that could be very good in the DHL pit stop bracket. We are going to come out well in front of Alex Albon, which is good. So we're going to have clean air to put some good laps in. He's got to make up 13 seconds in 15 laps on fresh softs, which we can't really push that much. But Tsunoda's going to have to pit because he's on, or he's going to get a puncture. And then it's a case of, can we get Ricciardo and Russell with our fresher tyres? That is the question. I mean, Drugovic isn't miles away, but he's not going to make up enough points. Drugovic just needs to get in a bonus paying position, and I think we said it was 13th for Drugovic, but I don't know. Let's see. Ollie Bearman's our man. Drugovic has got one move done. Alex Albon using the DRS. He's driving pretty quick, Bearman here. He's on a mission. And Bearman has got out in front of Tsunoda, who was in the pits, which is absolutely massive. So Tsunoda's going to have fresher softs, but we could both potentially catch Russell and Ricciardo here. We need a bit of pace. We need to make up some time. I'm not sure if we've got quite enough, but we'll give it a go. Unfortunately, Ollie Bearman just cannot keep up with Tsunoda. He just can't keep up with pace with that V-carb Red Bull, and it shows we need our design parts to be on the car for us to be challenging for points, which is a real concern, because the best we can take away from this is that hopefully Ricciardo or Tsunoda don't catch Russell and they don't score points either. They're our rival who we're battling with, and that is who we need to start getting higher than in the driver rankings so that we pick up points. We're so tantalisingly close to points though, it is infuriating. But yeah, like 5 laps to go, they've got the fuel back in line, the drivers are driving well enough. I mean, Bearman's had a decent race, Drugovic has had a bit of a fuck up, hasn't he? Starting from 7th, finishing 14th. It's pretty bad, to be honest, from Drugovic. I don't want to lose faith in them though, I want them to keep going. If I could do it all again, I wouldn't have spent so much money at the beginning. I would have saved a bit of money throughout the season, designed parts, and then focused the money. Well, hindsight's wonderful, right? You would have just saved some money knowing that you would have had to design and build lots more components. But it is what it is. We'll see how it's happening. Tsunoda looks like he's going to overtake Daniel Ricciardo anytime soon. Bearman is closing the gap, though. And he does get DRS back. So, I mean, he's not having a terrible round. I think we're going to get Daniel Ricciardo as well. We'll just slow the speed down for this because we're actually in a very, very good position here to overtake Daniel Ricciardo and see what we can do, because is Tsunoda going to make up 3 seconds? He might make up 3 seconds on George Russell. He might. We need to get past Daniel Ricciardo ASAP, to be honest.
Copy.
Yeah. We do need that to happen as quickly as possible, Ollie, because you're going to have to overtake Daniel Ricciardo and then get past the lap car, which is a kick Sauber, so they may just drive straight into you. I mean, that's what they might do. He's going for it. Didn't quite get it done, and we've used a lot of battery trying to make that happen as well. Let's go on to medium aggression so that he doesn't completely fanny out of it every time. But Tsunoda's pulling away, sort of. Right, don't get stuck behind the kick Sauber. Don't get stuck behind the kick Sauber. Don't get stuck behind the kick Sauber. You should be getting out of your way. Right. Now there's Daniel Ricciardo in front of you. You have the DRS. Come on. Come on, Ollie. I thought that's what I've said most times during this save. Come on, Ollie. He's having a look up the inside. He's going to be too far away to get the move done. But we are so, so close. And Tsunoda's just there. I feel like we're not going to have enough. If Tsunoda gets Russell, it's really irritating if they get another point and we don't. Come on, get up that inside. That's it. Nice dive bomb on Daniel Ricciardo. There we go. Right, get into Tsunoda's DRS range. Give it everything you got. Give it everything you've got. We've been lapped, so we can push a bit on fuel. Come on, you're 1.3 away. Use all that battery. You're not quite going to get it, are you? No, you're not. But we'll keep pushing. We'll keep pushing. Come on. He hasn't got DRS either, so we might be able to rein him in a little bit here. 1.02, 0.9. We might have DRS on the start-finish straight, which would be massive. Just to pull Ollie Bearman into range would be key. That's all we need. He's lost all of his battery. 1.06. I don't know where the DRS detection point is. I think we are going to get it. Oh, we're not, 'cause I think it's that line there. I think we were 1.1 as we crossed it. Yeah, we're not going to have DRS. Okay, 1.2 behind. We're gonna go for it on this lap. We're going to go for it. Tsunoda's charging up in front. We're going to see if we can deploy everything to get into that DRS and be in it comfortably so that when we're not pushing everything... 1.04, 1.06, 1.03. Deploy out of here. Back into neutral while we come in here because we should be well within our range there. We'll deploy out of here a little bit. Get back into neutral. It's 1.02. We need it out of here, Ollie. You need it up this hill. 0.9. We've got it. Right, we've got the DRS. That will pull us in range. That will pull us in range of Tsunoda going into an attack on the start-finish straight. This is mainly just to make sure Tsunoda doesn't get 10th place, by the way. I know we're not battling for points. This is just to make sure Tsunoda doesn't get 10th place. Right, we're going to have DRS into the start-finish straight, which is huge. That is absolutely massive. So we'll actually sit that into top-up for a while so that he doesn't deploy as much. I just want it to be in range of Tsunoda. We don't have to get the move done, although he might do. He's having a little look. He darted right, shimmy to the left, around the outside. And he does get the move done. But, yeah, we'll see how this is going. His tyres are just easing off a little bit. So, right, I think the leaders are going to be starting their final lap pretty much in a second. So, we'll just keep an eye. Where is Tsunoda? He's right there. I don't mind if we lose to him in this DRS zone, by the way. This DRS zone that we're just approaching, I'm more than happy for him to overtake us, but then we've just got to stay with him because we've charged up our battery a bit and we've kept a bit of life in our tyres. Yeah, so we're a lap down, so fuel shouldn't really matter. But this is the DRS zone where Tsunoda will have it. Okay, that's fine. So Verstappen starts his fast lap. So this is our last lap. Drugovich can push his fuel a little bit. And in fact, Drugovich has been, I think Drugovich has been lapped twice. I don't really care about Drugovich. But Ollie Bearman now is going to have Tsunoda right on his tail for the last lap. So we will see what's going to happen here. Because Tsunoda will overtake us. Tsunoda will overtake us. That's fine. We're going to go aggressive. And we're going to push. And we're going to get a load of battery charge from this first corner. And then we're going to make sure we stick on his arse and get him in the next DRS zone. That's the plan. This is the plan. That's alright. You don't need to push now. You don't need to push now. You don't need to push now. You can wait. We've got a couple more corners. Get him in the DRS as we go. Now we push. Now we go. Now you have to. Now you have to. Now you have to make it happen. You have to be right behind him into this DRS zone. I know the tyres feel like they're going to puncture, but you have to get this done for 11th place. What a battle for 11th place. Go on, son. Oh, he's got the pace. He's got the pace. Standard. Always defend. Don't let him past you. Do not let him past you. Block the other cars. Block the other cars. Verstappen got a mechanical fault on the last bloody lap as he crossed the line. But I think we're going to get this done for 11th place. We are going to beat Yuki Tsunoda. Yes, we are. There we go. We're across the line. Well done, Ollie Bearman, up to 11th. He had a great race. He's going to get the bonus. Shame we don't get a point, but, you know, we've shown that Red Bull, we can battle them. That's good. That's good. As Drugovich is just about to cross the line, comfortably in 14th. Got messed up by ZHOU as he was trying to lap someone. Had a spin as well. Drugovich, we're going to shift all the good car parts into Ollie Bearman. Drugovich has had his chance and he's wasted it. Hopefully he hasn't damaged that chassis. Yeah, so we get the payout for Ollie Behrman, who was 13th or higher. Drugovic was 12th or higher, actually, so he was a bit disappointed with 14th. But I think we might have to start looking at Ollie Behrman for the high bonus thing, because he's actually racing really well. But what is good about that, it gets us a little bit more money into the coffers, 524,000 in there now, after we've already spent quite a bit on upgrading the car. We get a new ATR start period as well, which is what I wanted to do research, but I think we're going to have to do our car parts. Let's go and have it. So the front wing is missing. I don't want to design. We're building a new front wing, which will be here for Austria, so that's fine. Rear wing. We don't have any replacement. This is our issue. We don't have the car parts we need to keep these cars going. Like, we have to keep dropping down to the old spec stuff, which just isn't very quick. He didn't damage his chassis though, so we can give that chassis to Ollie Behrman. Thank you. Confirm that. Okay, so what is desperate? A rear wing. If we change design, what's the rear wing is costing us quite a lot. It's actually not improving our cornering though, which I'm not. Okay, so we can drop down to rear wing. That's not an urgency. I think the underfloor will be what is urgent, because that's going to cost us quite a lot. It's going to be -2 positions in acceleration. Okay, so for now, you can have that. Oh, but car 2 needs it as well. Oh, we have got one of them. I'm going to assume that's not as bad. Still on car 2 for that one. Rear wing. Yeah, so we'll have to go for car design number 1. Okay, so car number 2 is all good. Car number 1 can have the old chassis. Yeah, that's fine. Front wing, we're manufacturing that now. Suspension. We don't have any suspension. How long does suspension take? It takes 8 days. It takes 5 days rushed. We're gonna have to emergency manufacture another suspension. It's suspension that's killing us. It's the suspension that's killing us. Oh, Drugovic. We just need... What we need is like a tycoon investment. Just to be like, hey, here, have loads of money. Okay, this is going to be a challenge. We are nearly at the halfway mark. Silverstone is race 11 of 22, I think it is this year. Or is it 24 this year? I can never remember. But yeah, right. That is Spain done. Up next is Austria, which is a sprint race as well. Oh my god, it's going to really hurt our car and our engines. More risk of damage and danger. Bloody hell. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.